Are you looking to buy a home in the Myrtle Beach and surrounding areas? You need to reach out to Wave Beach Realty today. Wave Beach Realty has been around since 2013 and is a local family-owned company. We specialize in investment properties, single-family homes, multifamily, and condo-tels. Call Wave Beach Realty today at 843-957-3872. That's 843-957-3872. Hey guys, don't forget we go live every Saturday at 1 o'clock on 94.5 and 106.7, or you can stream us live at talkradiomb.com.
This part of the show is brought to you by Clark Financial Coaching. Reach out to us at coachwesc@gmail.com. That's coachwesc@gmail.com to get a free consultation to help you get your financial picture in focus.
All right, guys, welcome back to our final segment for the day.
Man, this flies by, doesn't it?
I know. They go by quick now. We move right through these.
And this is the one you're looking forward to.
Yeah, I thought it would be interesting. Something different because it's just taken away from all the craziness.
All the negative politics.
Yeah, it's just something cool. Yeah, so I'll see. We'll see what kind of feedback we get on this one. So we're talking a little about some pop culture, movies, and music.
All right.
So let's start with movies. I think
movies. Okay.
Yeah, let's start with movies. So earlier, I think you said something about like you were interested to see what my favorite like era of movies were.
Right.
So obviously, I grew up in the '90s, so there's a lot of good '90s and early 2000s movies that I think are good. I'm a big fan.
What's your favorite movie?
My favorite movie? Oh man, I have a bunch of favorites. I have a few favorites.
Okay,
I mean,
I do too.
So I'm a big fan of like the old gangster. So I'm a big Godfather fan and all the. I love all those movies. Yeah, so I love The Godfather, Goodfellas, like all the movies like that. I'm a big fan of Pulp Fiction. I like that movie. I
have never seen that movie.
That is a great movie. I've
never seen that movie.
It's a great movie. I mean, a lot of the movies I like are, rated R and a lot of violence, but but I mean, they're just good. I like Quentin Tarantino is a little weird, but I do like some of his movies. He
definitely is a weird guy.
Yeah, I'm sure if I met him, I'd be like, oh. But
Indigenous Bastards.
Inglorious Bastards. Yeah.
I've seen that. That was pretty good.
Yeah,
it's kind of weird, but it's
that one's a little weird. Yeah, he's got some weird ones. For sure, he's got a handful.
I think he did some guest stars on Alias in the early '90s.
Oh, did he?
Early 2000s.
Okay,
he was weird on there too. His character was really odd.
So what's your favorite? So I would say The Godfather's probably part 2 is probably my favorite. But
first top 2. Okay, so Godfather. That's your favorite movie, really?
I really think so. Yeah, it's up there. It's definitely up there.
Mine are very weird.
Okay, let's hear it.
I have a very eclectic taste, and I like stuff that's probably not the best movies per se.
Okay.
One of my favorites is Hoosiers from the 1980s.
Yeah, I've seen that movie.
Basketball guy with Gene Hackman.
I wouldn't have guessed that.
Yeah,
I like Gene Hackman.
I was a basketball coach for many years. I coached high school. I coached my kids, and then I actually coached in a rec league last year.
Okay.
It was fun. So I just I loved basketball. Basketball's not the same anymore. It's just not the same game. And then After the Sunset.
I don't think I've seen that one.
Most people have not. It's one of those that did not get very much critical acclaim.
Okay.
It's Pierce Brosnan.
Okay.
And Selma Hayek and Woody Harrelson.
I like Woody Harrelson.
Set on a Caribbean island.
Okay.
It's about a jewel thief couple that retires. And he chases them. It's kind of like To Catch a Thief.
Okay.
From the 60s.
Yeah. Okay.
It's kind of a twist on that, but it's not near as good as. I've never seen that movie either, but I hear it's really good. And it's not near as good as that. And it's really slapstick and silly, but that's kind of shows I like.
Okay. Yeah. Listen, everybody has their things. So one movie I really like that nobody ever talks about. There's one called The Prestige, where it's about these two battling magicians, and what is it? Edward Norton and
the guy who played Wolverine, wasn't it?
Edward Norton and I can't think of his name. Anyway,
his name. He was Wolverine though.
Yes.
Hugh Jackman.
Hugh Jackman. Thank you. Thank you. I think that's a great movie, and nobody ever talks about it. But I love that movie. I like it,
but it freaks me out. I can't watch it anymore.
It freaks you out.
Well, they're dead. I mean,
it's
it's a little creepy.
Yeah.
The one that came out at the same time is Illusionist. Have you ever seen Illusionist?
That's a good one too. Yeah.
That was they're setting up the girl dying so she get away from the guy. So
that's a good one too. Yeah, and I'm a big
fan. The Illusionist, that one freaks me out.
Yeah, I could see that. That's funny.
Do you like horror movies?
I love horror movies.
Yeah, I can't.
Yeah, I figured you were going to say no to that.
I watched American Werewolf in London when I was like 10 or 12 years old, it freaked me out so bad I've never watched another one.
Yeah,
and everybody laughs at me because that's not a horror movie.
No, it's not. That's funny. I like horror movies, but I also just like a good like mystery and suspense movie, like where you got to like there's something being solved, whether it's like a murder mystery or. I think part of that's because me and my mom, when I was growing up at night, we used to sit on the couch and watch Forensic Files together.
Oh, okay.
And so I still watch Forensic Files. I love like true crime and stuff like that.
Okay.
So any movies that where I'm like trying to solve like a murder or a crime, like I love stuff like that.
Did you watch Homeland?
Homeland, the show?
Yeah,
with the blonde. Yeah, that's a great show.
Love that. The third season of that blew my mind.
Yeah, that show gets crazy.
It's usually I watch a movie and I can solve the mystery in like the first 10 minutes. I mean, it's pretty obvious.
Yeah, sometimes
TV series are worse because you know whoever the guest star is the guy who's the killer.
Right.
But that one, and I can't remember what season it was. I mean, it was the season where she had been kind of put out in the cold.
Yeah.
And she ended up being
I think that's season 3. Yeah.
Is that season 3?
I think that's the third season.
It blew my mind.
Yeah. There's another show similar to that about like Russian spies called The Americans.
I've seen that. Is that good?
That's a good one too. It's an older one. It's been out a while. That's a really good one. That's a really good one too.
See, I like watching movies like that and watching shows like that.
Yeah.
But then I'll turn around and love watching Eureka. You ever heard of Eureka?
I've heard of it. I've never watched it.
So, I'm actually rewatching it right now.
Yeah, are you?
My favorite sitcom is The Big Bang Theory.
Okay. See, I don't watch a lot of sitcoms.
I don't either, but that one just kind of...
My dad watches that. He loves The Big Bang Theory. As far as my favorite TV shows, though, I'm a huge fan of The Sopranos.
I like that show.
Yeah,
that really good.
I've probably rewatched that one a few times, and Dexter's one of my favorites, too. I've watched Dexter like 5 times at least.
I watched it about 3 times.
Yeah, it's good. It's a good
kind of
show.
Freaky one, too.
Yeah, and then it's
pretty sad that you start having feelings for this guy.
Yeah, you like actually like him. You're like, I can relate with this guy, even though he has like no emotion.
Oh, what's the guy who played the DA that actually went and helped him that one season? He's
the Hispanic guy.
Yeah,
I don't know his real name.
That's kind of freaky too. I mean,
yeah, that was crazy. That was a crazy season.
Did you like what was the sequel called? I forget.
The New Blood, or not New Blood. Was it New Blood?
Was it New Blood?
Yeah, New Blood. Yeah.
How'd you like that?
I liked it. It was like it was like so weird just seeing it again because it took so a while for that to come back. They're supposed to be doing a prequel to it now.
They're doing 2 more prequels.
Yeah, which I don't know how I feel about that. It's like sometimes you just got to let a show be great and leave it alone. So we'll see if that ends up being any good. But I liked the New Blood one. It was pretty interesting.
Well, he was
different.
What was that show? He was in 6 Feet Under or something before.
Yeah,
was that
yeah.
Any good?
I tried to get into it, and seeing him play a different role. He's in my mind, Michael C. Hall is Dexter, and you put him in anything else, I struggle to get into it.
Yeah.
It makes it really. So I tried to watch 6 Feet Under, and I couldn't get into it. I watched like 3 episodes. I was like, I can't do it. I can't do it. But yeah, I love good TV shows
Game of Thrones?
too. I couldn't get into Game of Thrones.
Really?
Everybody loves it. I don't like sci-fi stuff. I don't like.
That wasn't sci-fi though.
Well, it's like fictional, like fantasy.
Yeah,
fantasy.
I got
stuff.
a friend who read the books. He was very disappointed in the series.
That's how it always is with books, though. Anytime I read a book, because you build this own picture of how it should happen in your head, and then you watch, and that's like how they think it should happen, and how it's just never the same. Especially if you read the books first. What other movies and shows?
Lord of the Rings.
Can't get into those.
Oh, come on!
I also don't watch like Marvel movies and stuff. I can't get into those.
I like the Marvel movies up until the Endgame. Not Endgame. What was the last one called? Yeah, Endgame.
I don't know.
If you watch,
my friends love them, and I don't.
Have you don't like Iron Man? The first one?
No, I've seen it. I just don't know.
I don't. Really?
I like Batman. I like the Batman movies. That's about as far as I can go with it.
Batman?
I like the original one. So my favorite one is probably
the original ones in the '60s. And this.
No, not those. Not that. Not when what's his name was back. Not that far back. I like those.
Yeah.
But I think my favorite one. I like Michael Keaton as Batman a lot.
He was pretty good.
I like
that. Was in my.
That was the one with Jack Nicholson. And
I stood in line around the corner to watch that one.
That's probably my favorite Batman. I don't mind the one with Tommy Lee Jones as Two-Face and the Joker is played by Jim Carrey.
Okay. Same
I'm trying to remember who played Batman in that one. What is his name? Oh, geez, he's a good Batman too. Oh man, I cannot. I can see his face.
Was it Clooney then?
That was the one with Mr. Freeze with Arnold Schwarzenegger. That one wasn't bad either. That was different. It was kind of cheesy.
I like the Batman Begins ones with what's his name in them.
That's not the one with Penguin, is it?
No.
With Danny
Batman
DeVito.
Begins is when
Christian Bale took over.
Yeah, Christian Bale. I love him.
I like him as Batman. I like him as Batman. I still think I like the older ones better. I did like the Dark Knight, right? Like the one with with Joker with what's his name who passed away, Heath Ledger. I like that one a lot. That
he was
first,
freaky.
He was freaky.
I understand why he.
That was a rough role to play. Yeah,
I've heard it messed with a lot of people's minds.
Yeah. Yeah, but but I cannot get into Marvel. I cannot get into Lord of the Rings. The
Lord of the Rings,
the closest I got to Lord of the Rings is growing up. I read the book The Hobbit and loved that book because it was like an adventure
Have you ever sat
tale.
down and watched the Lord of the Rings?
I've tried. I just can't get into fantasy stuff, man. I can't get into that. I can't get into it.
We gotta have a night just to indoctrinate you.
Yeah, you can try,
really
man.
good.
I just
Now, The Hobbit. I hadn't read The Hobbit.
The
book.
Hobbit's a great book.
Yeah, but the movie, I didn't like the movie.
I didn't like the movie. I couldn't get it. But
the guy who played him, one of the reasons I liked it a little bit was the guy who played him. I don't know if you ever saw the Sherlock Holmes with I can never say his name. Benedict Cumberbatch or Cumberland or something like that. Something like that. Yeah, I know who you're talking about. Did you ever see that series from the British shows?
No, I know what you're talking about. I didn't see that.
Amazing. But his Watson is the one who plays in that The Hobbit.
Okay, yeah.
I didn't like those three that well, but the Lord of the Rings, I really like that shows.
There was another movie that Benedict guy played in.
Tells you how cheesy stuff I like there. The guy who plays in The Hobbit, who plays the dwarf king or whatever, or who the dwarf guy is, and they're played in this Robin Hood series out of Britain.
Okay.
And I watched this like 12, 15 years ago. Very cheesy, but I just enjoy stuff like that.
Yeah, yeah. That Benedict guy we were talking about, he plays in another. There's one where he's
Star
trying
Trek.
to like. No, there's like no, not that. I don't watch Star Trek either. I can't stand that. Come on.
Okay, we hadn't got to Star Wars yet.
No, well, you're gonna hate me on that too.
Oh, we got it.
There's what is the movie he plays in where he's trying to like break the Nazi codes or whatever in World War II or
Imitation.
The Imitation Game.
I hadn't seen that one.
Oh, that is a great movie. Somebody made me watch that a while back, and I love that movie. Great movie. You'd like that one, I think.
Okay.
You got to check that one out.
Check that one out.
Yeah. Yeah, so I think we're about almost out of time. We haven't even got to music.
We haven't got to music. We're not finished with this subject.
No, we're not. So this one's.
Let's take a break
going.
and we'll have to record something for to send up on our other pages. People have to look for that.
Yep, absolutely.
Sounds good.
Yep. Hey guys, don't forget we go live every Saturday at 1 o'clock on 94.5 and 106.7, or you can stream us live at talkradiomb.com. Are you looking to buy a property in North or South Carolina and need financing? Call Motto Mortgage Coastal Pros today. They specialize in investment properties as well as condotels, DSCR loans, single family, and condo loans. If you're looking for competitive rates and you want to shop around and find the best rate for this market, give us a call today, 843-957-3872, 843-957-3872.
If you like the economics part of the show, then check out my podcast, Econ Sense. You can find it on Spotify or on Apple Podcasts.
This segment is sponsored by Wave Beach Realty, 843-957-3872. All right, so
wow.
Yeah, so we're not going to make it.
You don't like to? Yeah, we're not going to make the music because we got.
I mean, movies and TV could go all day.
Can't believe you don't like Lord of the Rings.
I know, man. It's just
we got a Star Wars. You don't watch Star Wars?
I've watched a couple of the Star Wars movies. I just can't.
Empire Strikes Back?
The closest I can get to Star Wars and like fantasy stuff like that and crazy stuff is Men in Black. That's as close as I can get.
I like Men in Black. It's a good movie.
I love Tommy Lee. I actually love Tommy Lee Jones a lot. He's super underrated. In The Fugitive.
Have you ever seen Double Jeopardy?
Absolutely, with him and Ashley Judd. Great. See, that's one of those murder mysteries that she doesn't really die or the death was fake. But
I love the end.
Spoiler.
Where she's like, I can kill you. I've already paid my time.
Yeah, all right. Yeah. That's I love that. Yeah, great movie. That's a great '90s movie.
Too. He's got no. Did you see him in?
He's like
Resurrection, Mechanic Resurrection. Have you ever seen The Mechanic? With Jason Strowman.
I don't think I've seen that. Is that one I need to see?
Oh yeah, Beekeeper just came out.
Okay.
Have you seen that one? Oh, I don't know if you like this kind of movie or not. But he, the mechanic is somebody. He basically kills people and makes it look like an accident.
Okay.
So in
I'd like
Mechanic Resurrection, he at the end of the first one he supposedly dies. I shouldn't tell you if you go watch him, but but they bring him back. In Resurrection, and Tommy Lee Jones is in that. Tommy Lee Jones plays a character I've never seen him play before.
Yeah.
So you like The Fugitive? The
Fugitive, and that was a great one. And a lot of that one was filmed up in the mountains of North Carolina. A lot of that movie was filmed in the North Carolina mountains up in Asheville.
See, I like that kind of movie.
But
I also like Star Wars. Empire Strikes Back. Have you ever seen Empire Strikes Back?
I've seen like 4 of the Star Wars movies. I just can't get into those types of movies.
Now I will say it's ruined now with Disney. Disney's ruined.
They're notorious for that anyway.
But
U.S. Marshals is another good one with Tommy Lee Jones.
Snipes.
Wesley Snipes,
that's a good one.
Yeah, is he still avoiding taxes? I know he was in a lot of trouble for tax evasion a while back. Yeah,
he was also in The Expendables.
Yeah,
you watched The Expendables?
Yeah, okay. I did see that. Yeah,
the first two were dark. The third one was kind of definitely did straight away from the original.
Right. Yeah. What else? Yeah, but like I said, I like Goodfellas, Pulp Fiction. I like all those. What's that one with Woody Harrelson? Natural Born Killers. That's a wild movie.
I hadn't seen that one either.
That one's out there.
Sounds like a horror movie.
It's like It's like basically Woody Harrelson and his girlfriend are like a serial killer, and they just like drive around the country on a spree and are like, it's wild. It's a lot. That's a rated R+ one. You don't want the kids watching that one. That was a crazy one. But I do like Woody Harrelson.
When my kids were young, I didn't watch any R-rated movies for like 20 years.
Yeah, it makes sense. With the kids around.
Just with the kids. I mean, I didn't. There's actually, from a faith point of view, there's PG-13 G movies that I wouldn't watch because of my faith.
Yeah.
R doesn't make it.
Yeah, I mean it's
all about context to me, but just to make it easier for my kids and all. And obviously now they watch
whatever.
They love horror movies. So
really?
They get that from.
Yeah. I mean, it's just one of those. I think for me, it's like not being in control. Like I try to be control so much of everything in my life that sometimes you don't know what's going to happen in a horror movie, and something can be scary, and it's like
how do you let go of that? See, that's my problem.
It doesn't bother me. I
control it. No,
that's the only time I
don't
want
like
to
roller
let go.
coasters because I can't drive them.
I don't like them these days because I don't like
Well, the safety issues.
When I was younger, I didn't think about it. I didn't think about it as much control.
Even when I was younger, I didn't. I used to drive on the Blue Ridge Parkway and freak my wife out.
Yeah.
But then we'd get on just a chairlift, and I'm like, I don't like this because I'm not driving.
Yeah, I know. One of the last, I was in the mountains a couple of years ago, and we were on some. So we went to some attraction there up in the mountains, and you have to take like a lift back down. And, and
I don't like that.
The way I bypassed it, so I wouldn't think about it. Literally, random people that were coming up the other side as we would pass them, I'd play them in rock paper scissors. Just the random people going. I ended up got to the bottom, and I was like 7 for like 21. I was like, man, I'm really bad at rock paper scissors. Yeah, so that got me through it. People were cracking up there. They're like, what is he doing? And I was like, and they're like, oh, everybody like knew the universal rock paper scissors, like rock on the hand. Let's go, let's play. It was so funny.
Cool.
Yeah, it was a good time. But
I can't let go of control. So that's
okay.
That's why I can't take horror movies.
Yeah, I get it. Listen, my girlfriend will not watch them with me. I told her it's. I was like, well, October spooky season. You got to watch at least 2 with me, and she's like, I'll give you 1.
There's a topic we need to talk about next week. Oh, it's too late.
Halloween.
Yeah, next week's after Halloween. So we could have talked about Halloween.
Yeah,
I have some really stupid things about Halloween. So
yeah, I mean, I've heard a lot of things. I have a lot of people that I know are not a fan of Halloween. And for me, it's just like I like the time of year in October, and I like scary movies. So they kind of go together.
I really like Halloween, but I don't want to. So it's a long story.
Got it. Okay. We'll save that. We'll save that for it doesn't have to be Halloween for us to talk about it, so we'll get into that at another time too.
November 2nd. I guess it's not too long afterwards.
Yeah.
Because actually Halloween is the eve of All Hallows Day, which is the Day of the Dead, November 1st. Anyway, odd movies that you like or TV shows.
Ooh.
I've already admitted to like Eureka and stuff like that, so it's got to be something you.
Odd TV shows I like or movies. I'm
surprised you even know what Eureka is.
Yeah, I used to like. There was one channel it used to be on all the time, and they would just play. Yeah.
Sci-Fi channel.
Yeah, I used to watch a little bit on the Sci-Fi channel, but
did you ever watch Continuum?
I didn't watch Continuum.
It was about a space traveling cop. Not space traveling, but a time traveling cop. It was really interesting economically speaking because it was in the futuristic world. Part of that was governments run by corporations.
Oh.
And Bitcoin was the main currency. So
cool. A weird movie that I did see, because I like just random stuff. So it's called Circle. It's basically these people wake up and they're like in this, you know what I'm talking about?
I think I know which one you're talking about, the horror movie Circle, right?
It's not really a horror movie.
Social Circle.
It's just called Circle, but it's not a horror movie. But all these people wake up and they're in this room and they're standing on these individual circles, and basically if you step off of it, you immediately die. Like something, you just die. You step off and like something shocks you.
It's not a horror movie. Okay, go ahead.
It's not a horror movie though. It's not a horror movie. It's like a social test.
To me, it's a horror. Go ahead.
Okay, so like at first, a couple people try jumping off and they immediately get. So all these people are waking up. They don't know how they got here, and so. Then they start voting like every so often, like a timer will go off and the 3 of them will automatically, and they start figuring out that they'll die. So they start figuring out that, okay, if we can convince certain people to go off before the timer, then it won't pick us at random. So then you start to see how like humans like try to formulate like who deserves to live and who doesn't.
Okay.
So it's like this human experiment, and then one person ends up walking out, and it's the craziest thing, and then the ending's wild, and it makes you like think like, oh, what was really what was really like the meaning of this movie. But anyway, it's really interesting because they start like voting. Like one person's like, all right, well, all the old people need to go first because they're closer to the end of their life anyway. And then some people are like, well, maybe let's just get rid of the kids first because they're like so young they don't even like, you know. So it's just this weird social experiment. So that's a weird movie that I saw. Okay. I found it on the depths of Netflix, and I was like, this is wild.
Oh wow, that sounds like the movie. I don't know if it's a movie or just this thing I saw, but somebody brings you a button that you have to push. If you push this button, somebody's safe, but somebody else has to die. And you don't know who it is or something.
What's the name of that movie?
Is it a movie?
I think I've seen
that. Just freaked me out.
Does it? Yeah, it's crazy. And then what else have I seen that's pretty wild?
Obviously, you got to look up Idiocracy. I don't know if you've ever seen that movie or not.
I haven't seen that.
I watched that.
Is that out there?
It's supposed to be set hundreds of years in the future. This guy gets put in cryostasis, what it's called, and he wakes up.
Yeah.
Years later, his IQ's real low, but he ends up being the smartest person in the world.
Oh, okay.
I watched it probably 15, 20 years ago, and I thought, that's 2 hours I'll never get back in my life.
Right.
It was that dumb. But we actually live in that movie now.
Yeah.
We literally live in that movie.
I'll have to check that one out. I'll have to check that one out just to see.
Oh, I can never remember his name. Cruz. He was in Expendables. African American guy. He was in 91020. Not 912.
90210.
No, the
Brooklyn Nine-Nine or whatever. Yeah. I don't know his name. I don't know his name. I know who you're talking about.
Trey Cruz.
Maybe that's it.
Cruz.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. But he's excuse me. He's the president in it. So that movie just was out there.
Yeah.
The other one I wish I could get my time back from watching is Napoleon Dynamite.
Oh yeah, same.
Oh, you're not a Napoleon Dynamite guy?
No, I love comedies, but I don't like. So, all right. So this is going to be a very unpopular opinion, but a lot of people like Will Ferrell. I hate his movie. I can't. I can't watch that type of comedy. Like I love comedy movies. Like I like Vince Vaughn type comedy. I love Vince Vaughn. Yeah. I think he's hilarious. Like I like one of my favorite movies is One of my favorite movies is Wedding Crashers, and another one is Meet the Parents with Ben Stiller. That's one of my favorite. I could quote both of those movies like literally from start to finish. I've watched both of them so much, and like that's my type of sense of humor.
Yeah,
I love both of those. I love a good comedy, but they don't make them like that anymore. I can't find any good comedies.
Well, he was actually, and he's got a new show on Apple TV.
Who?
It's Vince Vaughn.
It's like a serious one, though, right?
Yeah, but he's still his same comedy guy. I like it.
Yeah.
He's still the same comedy guy. He's a policeman, but he's still just
he's such a goofball. Yeah, he's so funny. He's like very he's like
to solve this murder mystery that's not really a murder, but anyway, I can't remember the name of it. We're jumping all over the place. I can't.
I know. We are jumping all over the place.
But that's pretty good. You have Apple TV?
Yeah.
Look it up. He's on there. He's really good.
I'll have to check that one out. Yeah, I've always liked Vince Vaughn. I think he's Republican too.
Is he really?
I think so. I think he is. I'm pretty sure he is.
Did you see The Interns?
Yes. Yep.
What's that guy's name? Owen?
Owen Wilson. Owen Wilson. Yeah.
He was in the movies with Jackie Chan too. Did you watch those? Shanghai? No.
It's Shanghai. What is it called? Shanghai something. Speaking of Jackie.
Nights?
Yeah, I think that's it. That's a good one, and I'll do it now that you're bringing up Jackie Chan. I love the Rush Hour movies. Him and Chris Tucker, man. Chris Tucker makes me laugh harder than most people. Man, Chris Tucker is hilarious in those movies.
Yeah, I've heard that Jackie Chan doesn't like making those movies.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, they're so funny. I know he does his own stunts.
He makes a lot of movies he doesn't like to make, but he makes them for the money so he can do the stuff he likes.
Yeah. Oh wow. Yeah, he seems like somebody who probably isn't like a super like funny type of guy. Like he's probably just kind of like real. You know, he seems like a real serious guy.
You've seen the outtakes on those movies, haven't you?
Oh yeah, at the end of all of them, there's always like they'll be like on the plane or whatever, and they crack me up. Those outtakes from the Rush Hour movies are great. But those the third one was okay, but the first two are classics in my opinion.
Yeah. So, but no Star Wars, no Marvel,
nope.
No like Star Trek.
Nope.
Gracious.
Nope. I watch Family Feud all the time. I watch the Game Show Network more than I'd like to admit.
With Richard Dawson or with
Well, no, old Steve Harvey.
Steve Harvey.
Yeah,
he's hilarious.
He's hilarious too. He is so funny. Yeah, I watch Steve Harvey a lot, our Family Feud a lot to fall asleep because it's always on. The Game Show Network is always playing it, and then in like every other commercial though, every commercial on the Game Show Network is literally just pharmaceutical ads. It's all pharmaceutical ads, but. Yeah, so what else do I watch? What else? You got any? What other good shows have you seen?
Oh, I get in. I binge watch all kind of shit, especially now you have Netflix and all. We can't even watch TV anymore. The last kind of TV series that I watched week to week was stuff like 24. Did you ever see 24?
I've seen it. Not certain episodes. I've never watched it through.
That's pretty cool to watch that kind of unfold over time.
Yeah.
One 24-hour time.
Yeah.
Even though they took a lot of liberties with the 24-hour time.
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah.
But I like him. Sutherland.
Kiefer Sutherland.
Kiefer Sutherland. Yeah. Did you see The Italian Job?
Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one. I'm a big
seeing his father in that, and then watched him in the Hunger Games.
That's right. Donald Sutherland.
Donald Sutherland. Yeah, who's the Hunger Games.
Yeah. That's right. That's right. Have you ever? I also like a lot of the old Nicolas Cage movies. I like Gone
Before
in 60 Seconds.
Everything.
Yeah, because he lost it. He bought a bunch of stuff during the real estate right before the real estate, like stupid real estate he shouldn't have owned, and he lost all of it.
Have you ever seen that video of his that it's a parody, but his agent? I gotta find that for you. Show it to you. He's sitting there. He's like, I got the script, but it's like, I'll do it.
Yeah, like, he started taking everything.
But you don't want to take. No, I'll do it. And he said some just wild stuff. Yeah. He says, I got this one. I know you don't want to do this one. Sounds good. Sign me up.
Yeah, he went off the rails. He's a little. He looks like he's probably insane in the head. But Face Off with him and John Travolta is one of my favorites. I love. That's an old
I've
good.
Seen it one or two times.
Yeah, that's a good one. And what else? Oh, Con Air. He's not. He is in Con Air. Con Air is a great one. I like Steve Buscemi's in that one.
I liked his first Ghost Rider movie because you probably didn't watch that because that was a
I mean, I'm not a big fan, but yeah, I've seen that. I've seen Ghost Rider. Yep. Yeah, he's a good actor, but he's a little. I think he's a little out there.
Probably going through that financial bankruptcy.
That'll do it. Yeah,
over the edge. It's like Jim Carrey.
He's out there too.
Funny a little bit. I never really liked him a lot. I didn't like
Ace Ventura was good. You didn't like it? I liked Ace Ventura, but I think I just watched it a lot as a kid, so it made me laugh.
I think the one I really liked to him was Bruce Almighty.
Bruce Almighty was good. That was a great movie. I saw that in theaters when it came out.
He kind of went crazy after that. I mean, he's definitely crazy.
Yeah, he's definitely crazy. Liar was a good one if you ever saw that one.
I saw that. That was pretty good.
Yeah. And then I like a lot of the older Adam Sandler movies. I like him a lot.
I can't take him.
Really?
Now, some of his newer stuff I like.
See, I like Big Daddy and Grown Ups was okay. Grown Ups was okay.
The guy from Queens, King of Queens.
Kevin James?
Yeah, Kevin James.
Yeah.
Paul Blart, whatever.
Yeah. I also like a lot of I'm a huge fan of most of Leonardo DiCaprio's movies, whether it was like Wolf of Wall Street or The Departed. The Departed's a good movie. If you've ever seen that one's that's loaded with good actors.
The one he played Abernathy in. Catch Me If You Can.
That's his best movie of all time. I love that movie. Him and Tom Hanks. I could watch that movie any day of the week. That is such a good. Just everything about that movie is perfect.
The true story.
I know.
Is pretty cool because they actually used some clips in my class because they explain the Federal Reserve Bank so well.
They do.
They do. Really good job.
Yeah, that is a great movie. Yeah. That's probably my favorite Leonardo DiCaprio movie for sure. What else was he in?
I liked. Ocean's 11.
Ocean's 11's a great movie. All the Ocean's movies are good.
12 was okay. I like 13 better.
Yeah.
Ocean's 9, 8. No, Ocean's
8's the one with the women.
Yeah.
I didn't see that one yet. I need to check that one out. I haven't seen that one yet. The other three I love.
Off Danny Ocean.
Oh no, I didn't know that. In 8,
his sister goes to his grave. But you kind of wonder, is he really dead? Or
right? Yeah, you never know with him. Yeah. What a bunch of actors in that movie too. Like you got George Clooney and Brad Pitt and all those guys are in that one together.
What's his name? Bernie.
Bernie Mac.
Bernie Mac.
R.I.P.
I miss him. Yeah,
he was hilarious, man. But yeah, all the Ocean's movies, I really liked those. Those were good. What else?
So we're not as far as I thought we're going to be.
Yeah, there's a lot that we do.
Just a horror movie.
Just the horror.
You like horror? I like sci-fi.
And you don't like the gangster films like I like. Yeah.
I mean, I like the gangster films. I love The Sopranos.
That was a great show.
Godfather 1, I probably liked.
You liked it? You like it better than 2? 3 was.
Yeah,
whatever,
I didn't watch. I don't think I've ever seen 3.
Well, 3 you could do without it. Yeah. It's okay.
1 and 2. Goodfellas, I like that one.
Goodfellas is good.
What's the other one?
Casino. is a good one.
Yep, Casino.
I like Joe Pesci. He's so funny, man. He even in that one, the comedy he's in.
It's hard for me to watch that one now because of De Niro. De Niro's going off the deep end.
I know. The same thing when I watch him in anything.
Please stop telling me your politics. You're a good actor. Let me watch it.
Yeah, I know.
But I did watch Las Vegas. You probably didn't watch that one. Probably too old for you.
Vegas.
It's a new movie, but it's about a bunch of old guys going to Vegas for the last time.
Okay.
It's got
oh, wait a minute. I might have seen that.
It's got Morgan Freeman in it.
I did see that.
Did you?
Yeah. One of my ex-girlfriends actually made me watch that one. She said it was a good movie. I was like, all right, I'll watch it, and it ended up being pretty funny.
It's pretty good.
My buddy Bobby swears there's this one movie that he's like, you haven't seen this, and you need to see it. It's called Sleepers.
Is that the one with Sutherland? No.
I think Vince Vaughn's in that one, and a bunch of other people. And he says it's a great movie. He's like, you'll love it. It's called Sleepers. He tells me like every week to go watch it, and I haven't done it yet. So I'm gonna go watch that one. I'll report back. So I haven't seen Sleepers. What else?
There's so many. I mean,
I know.
You notice what we haven't mentioned a lot of?
What?
Newer movies.
I don't like a lot of newer movies.
I don't either.
Yeah,
there's nothing original.
No.
And they remade the Ghostbusters with women.
Just to like, yeah. The original Ghostbusters movies were pretty good though. I like those. I like Bill Murray. I like Bill Murray. He's the man.
Stripes. You ever see Stripes?
Yeah, Stripes. Yep. I like him in Caddyshack.
Caddyshack.
Yeah, he's funny.
Caddyshack. He was not supposed to have any lines or something in Caddyshack.
Yeah.
He was supposed to be just kind of a cameo.
Yeah.
It turned into so much more.
Yeah.
Chevy Chase. I like.
All the National Lampoon's movies. Like every year, I like watching the National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. The Christmas one is a classic. I love that movie so much.
Very much so.
Yeah, I just love that movie. But he's funny too. Yeah, there's some good ones. I love a good comedy.
The Christmas Story.
Oh, the original.
Age likes the Christmas Story.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Yes, it's all right.
It's okay.
It's all right. Yeah, I can do the Christmas Story. Yeah. I do around Christmas. I do like to watch the old like animated. What do you call them?
I know what you're talking about.
Claymation films, like the old Rudolphs, and believe it or not,
do you know who the Snowmeister is?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
Wow,
yeah. Yes. Yeah. All that stuff. Yeah, absolutely.
Snowmiser and what's his brother's name?
I can't remember. I know Snowmiser.
Oh, gracious. Heat Miser.
Yeah. I love those.
Snowmiser.
Yeah. I used to know the song by heart.
I still, when I was young, they were out. So
yeah. They've been around. They've been out a long time.
I still can remember the Abominable Snow Band or whatever his name. I'm walking. Put one foot in front of the other.
Yeah. They always come on around Christmas though, and I always watch them. And then what else? So I grew up actually watching a lot of the old cartoons. Like I grew up on like Scooby-Doo, but the original Scooby-Doos that came out in the 60s. Yeah, those were the good ones. They came out, and I didn't know they came out in the 60s. And my mom was like, I watched them as a kid, and I was like, but my mom wasn't even born. My mom was born in 70, but I was like, how old were those? And I went back, and they came out in like 68, 69. I was like, no way. And so the old Scooby-Doo, before Scrappy, yeah. And then the Jetsons I used to watch.
Oh, really?
The Flintstones. Gumby. I used to watch Gumby.
Really?
Yeah, I'm one of the few. Nobody in my generation watched Gumby. I'm like the only one. The Smurfs.
Oh,
that's old. I used to watch the Smurfs.
The communist Smurfs. Okay.
Yeah.
You ever thought about it?
yeah. And I've heard that before. Yeah. So I watched a lot of the old cartoons and stuff. I used to watch a lot of old cartoons.
I still like Bugs Bunny. The old
classics.
Now you can't show them; they're too violent. But
yeah, whatever. Yeah, and the
Yosemite Sam.
Yeah, and the old Wile E. Coyote and all that, and I used to watch all the Looney Tune shows.
Sign on I don't know if it's real or not. Sign on these memes. It's from one of the parts up north somewhere. Parts from my state. At the very end, it literally puts in there something about a coyote chasing a roadrunner.
Oh, really? That's funny.
Then the other meme that talks about the real life coyote versus the real life roadrunner.
Yeah.
And how the coyote's twice as fast as roadrunner. my whole childhood.
I was ready to say just ruined it right there with one paragraph. Yeah, I thought the roadrunner was definitely faster. Right now I know. Wow, way to ruin it for me. Yeah. We've got some stuff. We've got some movies in common.
Next time we do music, we'll have to see where. I kind of feeling we're not close on music.
I don't know.
We'll have to hold it. Till
let's hold it. But we'll see. We'll see. I think you'll be possibly pleasantly surprised at some of the music I like. That's before my time. Before my time.
Okay.
Well before my time.
Well before.
Yeah, I'll be able to reiterate that. Well before my time. So yeah.
You know who the Platters are?
The Platters. I don't know the Platters.
I just want to see how far you were going back. That's before my time too. So.
what was that in like the 50s, the 40s?
60s probably.
60s. Okay. Yeah. See, I will save it. We'll save it. We'll save it. My favorite band. I will say one of my favorite bands of all time is a 60s band. So
okay, I'd be interested to hear that.
Yep.
I feel like we keep talking about movies. That's still more popular.
There's always. So what else do you got? I'm trying to think of what I've watched recently because me and my girlfriend, we love to go to the movies. I have my Fandango app. We'll see what's out. We'll go watch. There is a movie coming out. There is a scary movie out right now that I'm not going to be able to convince her to go see. But
which one is that?
It's called Smile 2. The first one was scary. The second one looks scarier. It's a creepy movie. I don't even know how to describe it, but it's a weird one. I'd spend 5 minutes trying to just explain it. But it's out. I think it comes out today, but I doubt I'll be able to get her to go see it. We'll see. We'll see what kind of mood she's in. But she does not like scary movies.
Top Gun. Did you ever watch Top Gun?
Oh yeah, I like Top Gun. I watched the most recent one in theaters.
How'd you like Maverick?
That's the new one, right? That's the new one. Yeah, I loved it. I thought it was great. I did
too. I was really
I like that young dude. What's that dude's name that played the younger kid that played in that one? Now he's not young, but he's younger than Tom Cruise, the kind of tall.
Yeah.
He's been in other movies. I can't think of his name. Anyway, I liked it. I saw that one in theaters. I thought it was really good, actually. Okay. I did like that one. Even if Tom Cruise is a crazy Scientologist.
Oh my gosh,
can you believe that?
He never ages either, though. I think he's made a deal with the devil.
Yeah, probably. I don't know. There's no telling what they got him. They're pumping him full of. They're the Scientology church.
Yeah, that's true. No, they really got. Anyway, we won't go down.
We're not going to go down the cult path, but I mean, religion path. But yeah, I mean, I just love a good movie.
You can't talk about the Marvel movies. I don't.
Yeah, I know. Sorry, I know. I can't have that one with you because I just don't know enough. I could talk about
Tim
Batman.
Curry is.
Oh yeah, you know what? All right. So there's like everybody always says like, what movie do you know Tim Curry from? That's what everybody says. I know him from Clue.
From Clue, really?
Clue.
Okay.
Yeah, I love that movie, and I love the board game.
When I think of him, I think of two different ones. That is The Three Musketeers.
Okay,
from the Disney when he was the Cardinal.
Yep.
And then Home Alone 2.
He was in Home Alone 2?
Wasn't he?
Tim Curry?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Am I thinking of the same person? Are you sure he was in Home Alone 2? I thought that was just Joe Pesci and that other goofy dude.
That's Home Alone 1. He played the guy at the hotel in New York.
Oh, where the scene where Trump comes in. Well, that hotel. That hotel.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay, you're right. That is Tim Curry. Okay, sorry. See, I wouldn't have known him. I wouldn't have recognized him from that, like, just off. And then he plays in It, which is a terrifyingly scary movie.
He plays in It?
He is It.
He is, really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Yep. I would never have thought of that.
Yep. With that much makeup on, you can't tell.
Well, that's true, too. That's true.
Yeah, but it's him.
Yeah. He, The Musketeers is another kind of corny movie that I like. From, it had Keith Sullivan in it.
I've seen that one. Yeah. What was the speaking of like goofy movie? The Three Musketeers made me think. What was that movie where the three guys are out like in the middle of? Oh my gosh.
Three Amigos?
No, it's. I'm gonna draw. I'll have to circle back to it later because I'll sit here just blanking on it for the next 10 minutes. What other movies?
I saw Three Amigos one time. That had oh shit. Was Chevy Chase in that one or was it? It wasn't Bill Murray.
The one I'm thinking of has Billy Crystal in it, and and they're out in the West. It's a comedy. It's a funny movie.
That's a good movie.
You know what I'm talking about. That's a good one, but I just can't think of the name of that right now.
I can't remember that name either.
Yeah, I know.
It said Steve Martin and Chevy Chase.
Oh, okay.
And shoot, what's the other guy's name?
Chevy Chase is so funny. Oh, Martin Short. All three of those guys are hilarious.
Yeah, I don't remember that. I only saw it one time, but the premise of the movie was they were actors or something, but people thought there was something else. Kind of like the Galaxy Quest.
Oh, okay.
Background.
Yeah.
So much.
Yeah, I know. They used to,
I watched one the other night I had never seen before. My brother got me to watch with the guy who's in Hoosiers. I just said his name, Gene Hackman.
Okay. The Quick and the Dead's a great movie with him in it.
Ray Romano.
Yeah, I like Ray Romano.
Welcome to Mooseport.
I haven't seen that. I haven't seen that.
That's a hilarious movie.
Welcome to Mooseport.
Welcome to Mooseport. It's about he is the ex-president going to retire and then running for mayor, and it's really funny. It's got a couple other names in it. Christine Baranski, I think she played in the Good Wife or something. She also played on The Big Bang Theory as Lyndon's mother.
So I just pulled up just to see. I just pulled up like the IMDb's top 250.
That's where I'm at right now.
Oh, nice. Yeah, that's a great tool for movies. So there's the top 250 here. I'm not gonna go through the top 250, but I'm gonna.
Before you do that,
okay.
That movie, City Slickers.
City Slickers. Yes, that is a good movie, man. That is that's an old one.
What's his name? Palance. The old guy in it, the first one. He does. He outdoes him with push-ups and.
Yeah. What is his name?
Palance. Is it Palance? Yeah, Jack Palance.
Jack Palance. Okay.
Curly.
Yeah.
He was. I mean, that kind of gave him a jump start. He was an old guy at that point. He was a pretty big actor, but he gave him kind of a jump start.
Yeah. So that was a good movie. I don't know what made me think of that one. I like Billy Crystal too. He's funny. But let's see. So all right. So I'm just gonna. This is the top 250, but I'm just gonna run through like the first 20, and we'll see if we've seen them and how we feel about them real quick. We'll just rattle them off. So the first one ranked, and this is one of my buddies' favorite movies. He swears by this is the best movie of all time.
I can tell you right off, most of these probably won't like. If the critics like it, I don't like it.
Okay, well, this is The Shawshank Redemption. That's a great movie.
Yeah, that's a good movie.
That's a good movie. Godfather, the first one made number 2.
Okay.
The Dark Knight, one with Heath Ledger, is 3.
Okay.
Godfather Part 2 is number 4. How strong is that?
Dark Knight is that high, really?
I know.
That's crazy.
It's got a 9.0 rating. 12 Angry Men. I've never seen that. 1957. I don't know that movie. Lord of the Rings, The Return of the King. Trash.
That is the best. No, it's not trash. That's good. Yeah, if you don't watch any other ones, you watch that one, you probably like it.
I'll watch that one, and you watch Pulp Fiction.
I can do that.
Okay. I mean, Uma Thurman, Samuel L. Jackson. There's so many quotable lines.
Jackson is
John
one of those
Travolta.
with his political stuff. It's kind of.
I know. You got to put that aside for that movie.
He's good in the Marvel movies.
I wouldn't know. Number 7. I haven't seen this, believe it or not. I know what it is, but Schindler's List. I've never seen Schindler's List.
I've seen it a long time ago. That's a very, very sad movie.
Somber. Yeah, I would imagine I would. Yeah, it came out in 93, it says.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Pulp Fiction's number 8.
Really? Wow.
You got to watch it. Then the Lord of the Rings, The Fellowship.
Yeah.
Made 9.
I probably like Two Towers better, but yeah.
That's 12.
Okay.
All these Lord of the Rings movies are up
They're
top.
Good.
All right. I'll go
watch.
I'll watch the top 3 and let you know how I feel about them.
See, I would say you come over with my big screen and we watch the extended editions, but literally to watch
they're 3-hour movies.
Oh, with the extended edition, it takes you about 12 hours, 12 to 14 hours.
That's too much. I can't do all that. I can't. That's too much. I can do it with The Godfather because they're 4 hours.
The director of that one, politics again, and I don't think he's ever done another movie as well. He was so anchored, his detail in every little. When they made the city, the white city, in the Lord of the Return of the King.
Yeah.
They had a model of it. He literally made him make the back of the model too, even though it was never shown.
Oh wow!
He was just
very intricate and very wanting it perfect.
And he always made sure they were walking left to right. Every scene, they're making a journey. They never go backwards. I mean, just stuff like that.
That's cool.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
How he did it. But then again, I have a use for him beyond that. But
yeah, there was a show I was watching one time. It was on Netflix. It was just about the making of like certain movies, and one was Home Alone. They were just random movies that they chose. It was really cool to see how directors were like real weird about the way they wanted them. It's really cool to see like the behind the scenes with movies. All right, but anyway, so we're weaving back.
Yeah, weaving
so
back.
Number 10, I've never seen this either. The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, 1966. Is that an Eastwood? That's an Eastwood, right? I haven't ever seen that all the way through. I like I know the thing with that, like the tumbleweed and.
Yep.
So one movie I did see by him that I really like because it's kind of a murder mystery was The Deadpool. That's one where like there's like a list that they find, and like this guy's killing all these like famous people or like these high end people on this list, and he's like a cop trying to like solve it. It's called The Deadpool. It's really good. It's really good. Forrest Gump made 11. Okay. I mean, I like some of Tom Hanks, but I'm more of a Castaway guy than I am.
I just don't like Forrest Gump.
People love it, but I don't
get it.
I'm just not into it. And then Lord of the Rings: Two Towers made number 12. We'll keep on moving. Fight Club, good movie. Brad Pitt. You need to see that. That's a good movie. Brad Pitt. That's a good movie. Edward Norton's in that too. Speaking of Edward Norton, you ever seen American History X? With him, he's like a Nazi, and then like he's like this like racist Nazi guy, and like it's just like all this crazy stuff happens, and then he ends up like not being. It's a wild movie. That's a good one. Inception's number 14. That's a DiCaprio movie.
That's a really... I've watched it like 3 times.
I had to watch it 3 times just to kind of figure out the concept.
I get the concept. I just don't see the director's vision of how the concept comes together.
Yeah, it's
especially the lowest level.
Yeah, you know I know. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Listen, I've watched it a few times and I still can't quite wrap my head.
I get the idea of what they're doing.
Yeah,
but the way the director... And then some people are like, oh, it was so amazing. I'm thinking, I don't see that.
Yeah, I wouldn't say it wouldn't be in my top 14.
No, definitely not.
All right, so here we go. Star Wars Episode 5, The Empire Strikes Back, 15.
Me? That's 15? I'm sorry, that is wrong. It should be at least number 2 or 3.
Well, that's where everybody
The Empire Strikes Back. I mean, we're talking about The Empire Strikes
Back. Yeah, 1980.
1980.
Yeah. The Matrix, 1990. I will say, I love Keanu Reeves. As just a human, I think he's a great guy.
Yeah. I like his acting, and most times I see him, too.
Yeah. John Wick is
very freaky,
awesome.
But
he's awesome. I love Keanu Reeves. So I would let him have 16 there.
Dog. Oh,
yeah. Goodfellas made 17.
Okay.
One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. Never seen this one.
Never seen that one either.
Interstellar, which I've heard is an amazing movie. I've never seen that.
I watched it several times.
You don't like it?
Twice. I watched it the first time, and I wasn't really paying attention, so I watched it the second time. I mean, I get the concepts behind it, but it's just kind of weird, especially him talking behind the bookcases. But anyway.
Okay. Another one that made the top 20, I'm surprised. It's a movie I love. It's called Seven with Brad Pitt, Morgan Freeman. They're investigating.
Okay, that's one I've tried to watch before, too, and I just can't.
The guy is a serial killer. He's killing people based off the 7 deadly sins. I will say... The ending of that is one of the craziest endings. You'll never predict it.
It's something different than 7. Is that?
This is Brad Pitt and Morgan Freeman. They're cops, and they're investigating this killer. And this guy keeps killing people, and it's based off the 7 like the first person he kills behind the fridge, he writes the word gluttony on it, and then it's like this guy's clearly killing people, and they're trying to like hunt him down, like based off the 7 sins, and figure out who he's going to get next. It's a wild movie. Very good movie. It's not scary, but it's like a mystery.
And that's in the top 20.
Yeah, it's a great movie. 1995 it came out. It's a Wonderful Life from 1947. I've never seen that.
You have never?
I've never seen It's a Wonderful Life.
When I played that clip the other day, you had no clue what it was about.
I knew that it was from. I'd seen like clips from Wonderful Life before. So like certain like, but I've never seen it through.
All right, you and your girlfriend are gonna sit down this Christmas and watch The Wonderful Life.
Okay, so I got to watch that, and I've got to watch Lord of the Rings, and you've got to watch Pulp Fiction
and 7, I guess. What was it?
Yeah, 7. 7 Samurai from 1954 is ranked 22. I don't know what that is. Okay, Silence of the Lambs 23.
Never seen that one.
Great movie.
Kind of horror movie.
It's not horror. It's a mystery movie.
Guy's eating people.
Well, it doesn't show him eating people in Silence of the Lambs. That one's it's 1991. They toned it down.
I've heard he did. I mean, that's what's his name.
Anthony Hopkins.
I mean,
he plays that role. It makes you believe he's like. If I met him in real life, I wouldn't be able to get that role out of my head. I'd be scared of him, I think.
Oh yeah, and I've heard people say that they keep watching him in other stuff because how good he played.
Yeah, he did. I don't think I've ever seen him in anything.
They just made a series off of that, didn't they? Was that the one they made?
I don't think so. Maybe. Oh, maybe there might be some show called Cannibal or something that came out, but I haven't watched it.
So.
Or Hannibal. Hannibal, I think it might be called.
Hannibal. Yeah,
there's a movie Hannibal too.
Let me see if I'm right here.
Yeah. Saving Private Ryan made 24. Did you ever see that movie? Saving Private Ryan?
I have not.
I haven't either. I hate to even say that because so many people have seen it and love that movie. I've never sat through that one.
I've never seen before.
City of God, I've never seen either. 2002. I don't know. That's ranked up there.
I'm right here. I'm pretty sure I am. I guess I'm not. So go ahead, keep going.
The Green Mile is up there. Have you ever seen that one? That's a good Tom Hanks movie. Sad.
Yeah, very sad. I've seen pieces of the guy who played. Isn't that the tall African American guy?
I can't remember. It's not. I always want to say Ving Rhames, but that's not him. That's a different guy.
Ving Rhames.
What is this guy? I can never remember his name. He was a good actor in that. That was such a sad movie.
He played in this thing called The Finder. It was on Fox series, and he was playing it when he died. Oh shoot! What is this? I see.
Finder. Oh no. While you're looking that up, Terminator 2: Judgment Day made it.
Haven't seen that. Really above the first one?
Yeah. And then Star Wars: A New Hope from 1977 popped in right up behind that.
Again, definitely. Michael Clark.
That's right.
Michael Clark Duncan.
That's right. That's him.
He was making this TV show called The Finder.
Oh, okay.
Jeff Stoltz.
Oh, okay.
And I really enjoyed it, and he died after the first season.
Oh.
That's when he died. Did you ever see The Glades? Just a sidetrack.
The Glades.
It's about a guy who moved from New York down and became a detective near the Keys. See, I like shows like that. But go ahead, keep going.
Back to the Future.
I definitely like that.
I like that movie. Yeah. I wouldn't say love, but I like it. The Pianist. I haven't seen that.
I hadn't seen it.
Psycho, that's the original Psycho, the Alfred Hitchcock one from 1960.
I use that as an example a lot, though, to show you how desensitized we've gotten.
Yeah.
Do you realize, have you ever seen it before?
I've seen the remake of it, which actually Vince Vaughn is in.
Have you ever seen, really?
I know, he's the one of the scary.
Have you ever seen the shower scene?
Yeah.
So when that played, was it 1960?
1960.
1960. When that played, people left the theater screaming. And all you saw was the knife.
Yeah.
And then this silhouette and then blood going down the drain. And that freaked people out so bad they left the theater.
Oh, we are desensitized.
Yes, very much.
Now you go on Twitter and they have videos of just people shooting people in combat. I mean, stuff that shouldn't be on there. But
and the horror movies you watch, I mean, it's like...
Yeah, they're pretty rough too, I will say. I like the Saw movies. I like those. They're horrible. They're horrible, though. I know. Now, when it comes to movies...
Billy? Billy? Is that the Saw movies? Billy?
No, Saw is the dude who he puts the people in like the things they try to get out, and they're.
But his name's not Billy.
No, no. The main guy is the old dude. I can't remember his name offhand right now. Jigsaw is what they call him. That's his nickname in the.
Who's Billy then?
I don't know who Billy is. I don't know Billy. Gladiator's up there.
I've never watched that movie.
Oh, that is a great movie. They're making a remake of what they're about to release a new Gladiator.
Oh, Carrie Ells is in that.
Okay.
Carrie, see if you recognize him.
He's
head guy.
He's not. He's in one of them. He's in one or two of them.
But he's in the first one. Do you know who that is?
I mean, I don't know him. I know him from that movie, but I
see The Princess Bride.
No,
you have never seen The Princess Bride.
No,
you've got to watch The Princess Bride.
Okay, all right. Again, it's another one of those other movies that I've heard like 20 clips from that people quote all the time that I've just never. A movie that I love is this is so off that me and my girlfriend quote it all the time. We both love it. The original Shrek. I'm a huge fan of Shrek. We quote it all the time. All the time. I love that movie. It's not even on this list.
I wonder why.
It's a great movie. People love
Donkey?
Shrek. Yeah. She quotes it.
Who is that? Eddie Murphy?
Eddie Murphy, and then what's his name that played Austin Powers? Michael Myers. Which, speaking of Michael Myers, also one of my favorite horror movies, Halloween. They're not on here. They don't. Not many horror movies make the top.
Yeah, I don't think they do.
The Departed is on here. You got to see the. Oh, you've seen The Departed,
no,
right?
No, Departed.
There's such a good cast. Jack Nicholson's in that. Mark Wahlberg's in that. Matt Damon's in that.
Oh wow, okay.
And I just missed the. Who else is in it? Leonardo DiCaprio's in that. Everybody's in that movie. You have to see The Departed.
Okay.
You will love that movie. The Prestige. American History X. You got to watch that one too. That's a good one. Edward Norton. Casablanca. Haven't seen that one either.
I haven't seen that one.
Really? That's like a classic. Everybody says they've seen.
I see. Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, there's some good ones on here. Django. Did you see Django?
Didn't see Django.
I watched parts of it. I couldn't get it. That's another Tarantino one, isn't it?
Oh, is it?
I think so. I think that's Tarantino. Yeah, there's a bunch of good ones on here. Now I'm just scrolling trying to find.
I'm wondering what that Billy is from.
I don't know. I don't know what horror movie Billy's from. I don't.
Let me show you a picture of him. Maybe you're
okay. Maybe I might know if I.
I thought it was Saw.
No. Scarface. Damn, Scarface is all the way.
At this point in the podcast, I wonder how many people we have still.
I don't know if people love movies, they might be still tuning in. But yeah, now I'm just scrolling trying to find anything.
Dead Silence, I guess he's from.
Dead Silence.
That looks like him. No. Yeah. Some horror movie.
Oh, I have seen Dead Silence. Yeah, that movie's kind of creepy, to be honest with you. But yeah, that's not the Saw movies. Yeah, Dead Silence is that's a Netflix movie. Have you seen that one?
Oh no.
Okay.
I play this video game online, and right now they have the Halloween thing.
What is it? Is it Call of Duty?
No.
Oh, you play. You told me what you play
Fortnite.
On Fortnite. That's right. And he's one of the characters.
Yeah. Right
See, Michael.
Him and the guy, Michael Myers.
Yeah.
They got a meme.
So they have one. I paid for it, like $4 for him. I have Michael Myers on Call of Duty right now, where I can play as him with
really?
The whole get up on the mask and everything. Yeah. I play like maybe once a week with one of my buddies. We'll hop on there and play a little bit every now and then. Okay. But I'm a big fan of all the Halloween movies, the Friday the 13th movies, all the Jason movies. I love all those.
Any of that stuff? Probably never.
All those slashers. I love all the Scream movies with Ghost. I love all that. Man, I love it all.
First one, wasn't that kind of a joke or something?
Well, it's a scary. It's supposed to be a scary movie, but no, it's kind of like there's a lot of comedy in the movie. It's like, and then they made fun of it with the movie called Scary Movie. Scary. That's what you're thinking of, because they did like made fun of horror movies in those. That was the first time I saw Drew Barrymore in a movie, though. She died within the first 5 minutes. Poor thing.
What are they called? Wayans Brothers.
Wayans Brothers.
Did they do the?
They were in the Scary Movie parodies, both of them. Yeah, one of them plays like this dude named Shorty, and he's got like the afro, and then the other one plays like a gay guy who's like closet gay, but it's obvious he's gay, but he like pretends he's not, and he has like a girlfriend in the movie. The Scary Movie ones are actually hilarious. They're really funny.
Well, if you're still here listening to this, obviously you do like movies.
Yeah.
And I can tell we can get another 2 hours.
Yeah, we probably need to wrap this one up.
We've got to do a podcast, and I need to do a little more research, because I mean there's so many movies and TV shows in the past I haven't even talked about yet.
Yeah, we'll do another.
The Greatest American Hero. I mean, stuff like that.
Yeah,
that's from the 80s. You wouldn't know who that is.
Yeah, no.
But yeah, we'll have to do.
We'll have to circle back, and we'll have to watch a couple. We'll have to watch a couple of these.
You'll have to watch. Which one do you got to watch?
I got to watch Lord of the Rings.
Lord of the Rings. That's right.
It's gonna be rough. I might end up liking.
Now, have you seen Empire Strikes Back? Have you watched it?
I've watched like 2 of the Star Wars movies. I couldn't tell you which ones they are. Oh, I saw one in theaters, but it was like in 2004.
You saw that was 1980.
No, this was like 2004 or something.
That would have been 2004. Was either The Phantom Menace or Clone Wars, probably, or it could have been Revenge of the Sith.
It might be Revenge of the Sith.
Was it a volcanic island and guy gets his legs chopped off?
I was young.
It was Darth Vader, actually. So
I was young. I don't know. Oh, I have to go back. I try to watch Star Wars. I don't know why I can't get into them, man. All my friends are into Marvel and Star Wars, all that stuff. They love it, and they talk about, and I'm just like, well, I saw this cool scary movie last week, and I'll go to a movie theater by myself and see a scary movie like a Psychopath, and my friends are like, "You're weird." And I'm like, "Well, I just like this. I like what I like."
We'll have to put this on the list.
Yeah, so we'll wrap this up and get back next week. We'll do music. If you're still here, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching us on video. We'll run through movies that we like.
So we'll pick it up another time.
All right, let's do it. Are you looking to buy a home in the Myrtle Beach and surrounding areas? You need to reach out to Wave Beach Realty today. Wave Beach Realty has been around since 2013 and is a local family-owned company. We specialize in investment properties, single-family homes, multifamily, and condo-tels. Call Wave Beach Realty today at 843-957-3872. That's 843-957-3872.
Are you ready to get your financial picture in focus? Then give me a call at Clark's Financial Coaching at 803-736-3877. That's 803-736-3877. Or reach out to me by email at coachwestc@gmail.com. coachwestc@gmail.com.